Hello everyone. Great to see you all. Thank you for coming and watching if you're watching this on the replay. Really lovely to have you here. So I'm going to be doing some stamping. Thought I'd have a bit more of a play with Delicate Forest because it's a really lovely silhouette style stamp, but I'm going to use it to create some fun backgrounds before stamping some flowers on it. Surprise, surprise. Right, I'll say a quick hello to my folks in the live and we'll get to it. Hello, Janice, Mary, Candy, Shaz, Lisa, Glenna. Loads of people here. Hi, Anne, Valerie. Yay. Yeah, too lazy to type the name. Sometimes I'm too lazy even to say hello to people, to be fair, you know. But just know that you're all appreciated, every single one of you, even if you don't say hello as well. Because, you know, I look at the viewer numbers and I know that you all haven't said hello, which is absolutely fine. You can please just come and enjoy the ride anyway. So, I don't know, can we do something fun in the emojis today? What could we do? So any emojis related to forests and daisies. Should we try that to start off with? And then we'll see how it goes. Apart from Anne, because her left hand, she's typing with her left hand because of her arthritis. And you can sit out of this game if you want to. All right, so, although sometimes they say that people shouldn't do too many emojis in YouTube, but apparently YouTube doesn't always like it, but I think they're fun. So if you want to emoji away, you emoji away. Hi, Jill. All right, any colour options, colour choices people want me to play with today? What do you all fancy? Get the mats out. Oh, that's got a bit of glue on it, that one. Let's turn that over. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Kim. She's crocheting baskets. Yay! Excellent. In colours 2023-25. Okay. I'm missing one. What am I missing? Oh, summer splash. Oh, my glasses need a clean. Excuse me a second. I was thinking, why have I got things floating in front of my eyes? Oh yeah, could be the glasses. Oh dear. They're not spectacularly clean, but there we go. Monica's here, but not for too long. Okay. All right, we'll use these as inspiration then, but they're a little bit too dark for the first layer, so I'm going to go with a bit of Pool Party to start off with. And I quite like the idea of using this stamp as a bit of a fun something. So let's go for it and see what happens. So it's this beautiful kind of leafy thing. Oh, and obviously I didn't clean my stamp properly after using it yesterday, because that is definitely not Pool Party. It's becoming more Pool Party. Got a dirty bit on there. Okay. I'm not pushing hard enough. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to keep doing this because I think I wasn't pushing hard enough. Oh, I pushed too hard then. Try that again. Too hard, maybe. I don't know if it's my mat or my stamp, but it seems to have this like spot that it, unless it's my ink pad, I've not inked it equally. Ah, maybe it's my ink pad. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to, now again, I may not have cleaned this very well. I'll hide that boo-boo from earlier. This one I'm going to do slightly differently. I'm just going to use it as a bit of a textural background instead. Just see what happens. Okay. It's interesting. Oh! Sorry to hear that, Monica, but I mean, sorry she's had to have a knee replacement, but glad she's had it done, if you know what I mean. Hi, Deb. Oh, in colours 22, 24. Too late now. Sorry, Kim. Right, I haven't used this stamp yet. It's this one here. I think the idea of it is supposed to be like leaves floating around in the wind. But I am going to use it to add some additional colour. And this is a bit brave. I'm just going to go for some of this peach pie. They almost look like little flames creeping up. Okay. Do that again. Hi, Cindy. Right, so this was meant to be all a bit of a background for stamping some daisies. Maybe some other flowers as well. Let's see what happens. I mean, if you didn't want to stamp daisies and just have it as a really nice kind of background for a card, you could have stopped before I stamped the daisies. I just had this idea, so I wanted to keep going with it. Cindy, always the nurse. That's it. Always follow the personal trainer. Is it not personal trainer? What's it called? Physical training, or it's called what's PT stand for in your world? Physiotherapy. Sorry, I knew that. I knew it was the wrong word I was using. Yep. That's the thing about surgery. Gotta do as they say afterwards. Even if it hurts. Alright, I definitely want a little centre in these, but I think I want to go a bit darker than the peachy colour, and I'm wondering whether to go for a bit of Calypso in there. I know you don't usually get these colour daisies. I'm making them up, okay? These are pretty fantastical daisies. But it definitely gives them a bit more of a focal point, doesn't it? Although it does look like I've just got orange dots all over the place, but we'll figure that one out in a second. Oh, I was going to put some of these little pretty flowers. Although, I could do some of those. Let's do some of these first. Oh, that one missed the centre there. At the market, the daisies come in all kinds of colours. Oh, good. I am wondering if I inked up my pool party in the right colour, because I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, that doesn't look like pool party to me. It's a bit of a weird colour. I was re-inking some of them the other day. I wonder if I just grabbed the wrong one. Bear with. I'm just going to do a little tester. Oh no. That's not too bad. No. Maybe it was my stamp. I think, as usual, I probably didn't clean my stamp off properly. It does happen occasionally, you know. Hi, Carla. Oh dear. So for those of you who may be new to stamping this way, I mean, probably my best tip is just go for it. Now this isn't, although that stamp does match that, it doesn't fully colour it in. There are a few gaps. So, but it kind of does its job, doesn't it? Oh, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Christine. I'm kind of, I'm not quite 100% about it yet. I'm not fully convinced, but I'm going to keep going. Might just need a bit of dottage to keep me going. I think some of these little pretty flowers might be nice in the Calypso. I'm just really scared it's going to look a bit dotty. Worth doing the peach or the summer splash. I'll just try it. See what happens. Oh, I'm not sure. It just looks like it's got chicken pox now. like it. Hi, Bernie. I don't know what it is about my camera today is being a bit weird. Lemon lolly to brighten. For me, it's not about the cut. It's about the where your eye's been drawn to. There's too much being drawn to the orange, which I don't like. So I'm going to try and make the daisies more stand out by stamping Pretty Peacock. There we go. That's a bit better. The daisies were getting a bit lost in there. Oh, didn't stamp that properly, but there we go. It's one of my children's birthdays today, but we... Oh, oh my goodness. All right, Ruth, focus. Just ignore that one. But because Tom and I had a meeting at 6 o'clock, we had his sort of birthday food yesterday. And we had gyozas and dumplings and ribs yesterday. And then, although we did have a very nice tea tonight, I cooked a gammon. And we had it with pineapple and egg and... Oh no, I didn't do egg. I had hash browns instead. Didn't have chips. Sorry. Did have egg, didn't have chips. Had hash browns. So I love having gammon with egg and pineapple. It's just my favourite combination. And I think he's currently streaming on Twitch. Oh. See, this is what happens when you add the outline afterwards. It's a bit harder to line up. That's why it is actually preferable to stamp the outline first and then do the colouring in bit. This bit gets a bit tricky. Plus, of course, I'm not standing over it, so there we go. Oh, see you, Monica. I think I might need Night of Navy. Yeah, I actually considered Night of Navy before picking the Pretty Peacock, but I didn't want to go too far away from the colour that I'd already stamped. So I just felt that Pretty Peacock was a darker version of a blue-green, which is what Summer Splash is. It's a blue-green. There we go. And I think if I was to do dottage actually in these colours, that would work too. Although I'm wondering whether to just do some sort of leaves, pretty leaves or something. Ooh, what about that lovely one from Translucent Floral? Just because I'm a bit obsessed by it at the moment. Oh, pray silence for the beautiful leaf. I mean, every time I stamp it, it just sparks joy in me. What can I say? I can't say anything. That's why, you know, I'm being quiet. And this is why you shouldn't be afraid to layer stamps on top of each other, because when you start layering them, going from lightest colour to dark, it tends to look okay. And by making sure that the last layers that you put on are really fine and detailed, you can stamp over the top of things that you've already done. And it does look alright. Alright. It's pretty now. I wasn't happy with it a moment ago. Oh, I've missed a daisy. Oh, just dropped it. Alright, you ready everyone? Dottage time. You ready, Galena? Okay. I think I'm done. Pretty, huh? There we go. Alright, any questions, anybody? While I line up the colours. So, very interesting colour scheme it ended up being. So basically went for peaches and sort of green-blue. So for those of you interested in understanding that in terms of the colour wheel, let's look at where that sits then. So basically it's the oranges and red orange, and then blue green. So red orange is opposite blue green on the colour wheel. So these two colours are kind of completely complementary. They're just right opposite each other. And of course, if you add white to red orange, you do end up with that lovely peachy colour. And then if you look at the blues and greens, if you add white to blue green, you end up with a pool party colour, and if you add black to blue green, you end up with the peacock colour, which is what we've ended up with. So basically, these colours, they look so vibrant together because they are opposite on the colour wheel. So up there and down there. All right. So stamp sets wise, then I wanted to have a go using the beautiful Delicate Forest, particularly these two big ones, but I did use a bit of that one for a background. Then Cheerful Daisies, which I have done so many times. I've done various iterations of this where I've done a background and then used the daisies over the top of it. And so I hope that goes to show that if you don't have this stamp set, this is a really, really helpful one if you like this style of stamping, this kind of floral stamping. And today I only used that one and the little centre and the leaf, but I used all of these at various times. Then a bit of dottage, and you can get dottage from whatever stamp set you've got. The current one that I use is the one from Layering Leaves, and I could not resist that beautiful little delicate leaf from Translucent Florals. But if you don't have Translucent Florals but you do have Layering Leaves, then you could have used one of these instead. And of course we've got Flowers of Beauty, and that lovely sort of, it's kind of like floral dottage, this. It's got tiny weeny little dots of, little flowers, and I guess I could have used those in various places as well. Also the leaf possibly, but I did use that little flower there. So, very pleased with how that's turned out. I can imagine this as a nice, as part, to be used as part of a little mini album or something. I'm having a think. Are there any particular mini albums you guys would like to see me do? I'm not saying I'm going to do it now, but if you've got any ideas of something you'd like to see me do, let me know. I really enjoyed making that little this one, but I wouldn't mind trying this one again. But rather than, I wouldn't use this on every single page. Just use it in various places. The exploding one. What, the one that sort of falls outwards? That has a lid on it, Kim. Hi, Bev. About one that just sort of opens up. The exploding one. What if I did one that was half book, half exploding? do have plenty of this colour. So I'm just having a think about the measurements. Hi, Linda. Oh, my blade just fell out. Although it's probably time for a new one anyway. Oh, now I've got to figure out which one's the new one. Oh, I think it's this one. Okay, so I cut these to 2.5 inches, and the idea was I was going to score one at 2.5. Oh, I need my score blade back. Two and a half. Okay, so that folds that way. Then over the top of this one, I am going to do a panel that then has 1/8 of an inch gusset. But before I cut it, I'm going to do the folding, because it's so much easier to fold a whole piece of paper and to burnish it. Although, where's my bone folder? Just going to cut a wee bit off, that's just for gluing, so I'm going to cut at 3 inches. Then score again at 2.5, gusset at 1/8, do all the folding business. Oh, do you mean a waterfall one? Yeah, waterfall albums are pretty cool. I saw one the other day that did it with butterflies, and I'm really wanting to do one with our new butterfly dies. Okay, so that would go over the top, and then if I do another one to go over that way, so this time I'm going to score 2.5 and then give it a gusset of 1/4 of an inch and then cut at 3.5. And because these are further apart, I don't necessarily need to worry about doing the burnishing before cutting. So do that there. So 2.5, score 2 3/4, and then cut at 3.25. So what I want to do is actually find a paper to match. Oh, actually, I have got some of this left over. This was just sitting there, left over from the other day. So if we use this one, I'm going to do 2.25. I'll cut a few of these at 2.25, I think. How many can I get out of here? Oh, 5. Okay. How many sides have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, let's just assemble and then see what it looks like and then decide. So that's the inner piece. Then I want these. Before I stick them together, I'm just going to give that piece that gets stuck underneath a little trim, like so, just to neaten it up a bit. Okay, give that a good squeeze down. Both. An inner piece for inner piece. Now, one would be very tempted to put magnets on this. What do you think, guys? Do you think this should have magnets? Love a little bit of magnetism on this channel. So that goes like that. And then this one will go over the top like that. But again, it's nice to give it a little bit of a snippety snip. They should have taught maths like this at high school. I'm sure I would have understood it so much better than the story sums. Oh, not heard of story sums. Right, do you think I should do one more? So we get another panel up there. This is quite nice actually. You're getting this little concoction out of one sheet of cardstock, which is really great. So this time we're going to score at 2 7/8 and cut at 3 3/8. So 2.5, always 2.5 for the first score, and then basically we just keep adding on 1/4 inch to the gusset. With each pairing. And that's because I anticipate that you would stick photographs in between each layer. So it's just allowing for a thickness to happen so that it doesn't, what's the word, have to bow, you know. You're allowing for some space there. Alright, so we got that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and then this final layer. Okay. So I anticipate then, if this is 2.5 inches, to cut this into 2 1/4 strips. Oh, something so nice about having a new blade in a trimmer. Just cuts so fine. Oh, to keep this in order. Hold on, what am I doing? Right, that goes next to that one. Oh, I had them in sort of an order a minute ago. Oh dear, Ruth, what have you done? Right, that was there. Okay, I'm thinking I probably could do with putting the magnets on now. Hi, Louise. Melissa, oh Melissa, sorry you've not been well. Miss Melissa has not been well. Are you back home, Melissa? Is it working now, Melissa? Did you save my number to your phone? Let me have a look and see if you're getting my messages. Oh, you're still not getting them, Melissa. Like, they're being sent to you, but I'm not sure you're not getting them. You only get them. Oh, so weird. I think you're better off, Melissa. Are you in the Artful Stampin Space chat for getting the notifications? Because if you get your phone switched on to getting those notifications, you'll get a notification. Oh, it's so frustrating. Oh, you're still in hospital. Oh no. Is it your old ticker again? What we call your ticker. So I wasn't happy with where that one was. Doing it again. Okay. Just wanted it to look a bit more neater on the top. Okay, so what I wanted to have happen is on the first opening to have these pieces here, like so. Let's stick those down. So If I do this again, I would do a smaller margin. Just feel that's quite a large margin there. Okay. Oh, is Louise in hospital as well? Or are you at home, Lou? Okay. So then we'll have the outsides, I think, in this. Ooh. Oh, I didn't realise that was on the back. I think I prefer these. That design. I'm just going to go ahead and stick those on. I quite like those. Because it's got the blue and the green in that design. Because I've got a bit of the pool party and a greeny colour, so that works well. Get those two. Yeah, switching it on and off again, reinstalling, uninstalling, reinstalling, all those good things. It's worth having a go doing that. And I've definitely saved your number, Melissa. So because when I can send you a message, so very bizarre. Anyone with iPhones got any tips? Alright, so I'm going to do these inner panels now. I just stamped it, Melissa, just before you came on. Yeah, that's what I did for the first half hour of this live, and then thought, I've got another little half hour, what can I do in the time? So this is going to make a bigger project. I'm not going to finish it tonight, because I'm just not going to finish it tonight, but someone suggested an exploding style type thing, so I thought I'd get on and do this, because I knew I could do the measurements quite quickly in my head, but this will become part of, I think, like a little mini folio type album. Now, I seem to remember that I cut 5 panels, didn't I, earlier? So I have got another one that can go in the middle here. So I can go, voila. très bon. Right, so just need to then cut more panels to go on there and there, don't I? So 4 more panels, which I can do very quickly now as you guys start to say goodbye to each other, because this will be the end of this video for today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope I've inspired you to use your delicate forest stamp sets if you've got it already, or some other kind of leafy, treey, backgroundy stamp. And Cheerful Daisies. Nope, that's not coming off. Oh. And I guess if you wanted to cut a little slither to stick in there, one could. I did an 1/8 and an 1/8. I guess you could also stick a little panel in there if you wanted to. Let's do that. Come on. I mean, this would just say how much you really love somebody if you're going to be sticking tiny slithers of paper on the gussets. I mean, that, you know, that would be a special, special person to warrant such detail. We know who those people would be, don't we? Okay, so that's the first section. Of our little something, like a little mini folio album, I think. And so I've got half, sort of just under half of the rest of that left. So I could do like a little maybe mini book or something in the other half. And also got some of that left over. Those bits there. That bit there. So we'll just have to see what tomorrow brings us. Although I do have a team meeting at 8 o'clock. Those of you who are in my team, I'll be sending out an email in a minute with the Zoom details for our team meeting. We've got a special guest coming to our team meeting tomorrow. A fellow friend of mine is coming on to do a bit of incentivising. Right, yes, my mum, she always notices tiny details. She's amazing. There we go. Even though I said the wrong in colours, this is still fab. Oh, thank you. Right, well, thank you so much everybody for joining me, and I hope to be back very soon to do a little bit more on this album. Just a reminder, the Painted Wishes album class on the 29th has still got quite a few spaces, and it's at a South Pacific friendly time. I'm afraid it would be very early in the morning for my American and Canadian friends. But if you're in the UK or Europe or South Pacific, that class is perfect for you. Also the wreath stamping class, which is, oh my goodness, it's coming up, it says Saturday. I forgot about that. So yes, wreath stamping class, if you're new to stamping in that wreath style, again, I've got quite a few spaces left on that. And that is 10 o'clock AM my time and 11 AM Europe and South Pacific friendly. So I've got a few booked on that, but I could do with a few more, please, on that if anyone is interested. So I stamped a wreath last week. And so if you want some support just going through how to do that sort of creation, please do book on that class. I think my lovely admin have shared. There we go. Thanks, Glenna. Have shared the details. Thanks for that. Yes. So those are two classes that I am particularly keen to get. You know, even if I could get a couple more people on each one, I'd really appreciate that. So, what else to tell you? That is basically it, unless there are any questions. Just a reminder also that there is still an additional 10% off some of the bundles at the moment if you're interested in those. That's about it, I think. You're welcome too, Glenna. Thank you. And Melissa, I hope you get fixed up soon. And see you all very, very, very soon. Let me just go and get my... Bye. There we go. Right. Take care, everyone. Do email me, ruthtrice@gmail.com, if you've got any questions.